Here's a bit of David Gray.
Here's his leg, and I've got his eyeball.
What, a leg and an eyeball? Can't do much with that, really, can you? Sort of hop.
Yeah.
You would think of something like that.
Bright night, I'm going nowhere. All the lights are changing, green and red.
Saving cities full of people from a natural hell, so they can concentrate their efforts on destroying themselves. An innocent observer, rather like poor Joseph K. I find I'm implicated from 1,000 miles away. Nothing's ever easy, why'd it take so long to say? They'll make private arrangements and then send you on your way. Let's deal with the formalities, we'll leave no stone unturned to bring our double standards to your door. No hint at a conspiracy or vengeance from above, but simply trouble follows me around. I try to form some order from the chaos in my head, while all I meet are psychos, freaks, and leeches made of lead. So really happy and content, half conscious at the bar. We get by never knowing precisely how sick we are. My possessions are an albatross that no one wants to buy. But once I did some good, the only witnesses were flies. It could be a coincidence, wrong place at the wrong time, but trouble seems to follow me around. Nothing's ever easy, why'd it take so long to say? They'll make private arrangements and then send you on your way. Let's deal with the formalities, we'll leave no stone unturned to bring our double standards to your door. No hints at a conspiracy or vengeance from above, but simply trouble follows me around. With 20/20 hindsight and my case under review, it seems I've always led a constant barrage of bad news. All that's missing is the director, we got all the blood and guts. Here everyone's a player, sudden death's the only cut. We got weapons, drugs, and hippies overflowing from our buzz. Yeah, no one's gonna vindicate a single one of us. But under intense scrutiny, the story's not been found. Why trouble always follows me around. Trouble always follows me around. Bet you didn't know that love's a killer. I guess I could have told you from the start. I bet you didn't know while you were falling in love, pretty soon you'd fall apart. I bet you didn't know that love's a killer. Shouldn't let the kids try this at home. The more I see, all the less I wish that I'd ever known. Oh, no. You were gone.
sure that we're amused. Oh yeah, yeah, that you didn't know that love's a killer. Shouldn't let the kids try this at home. And the more I see, all the less I wish that I'd ever known. You go. Mind my words, that love's a killer. You may have to find this on your own. Don't ever say I never warned you, my dear. When your heart turns hard as stone. That you didn't know that love's a killer. Shouldn't let the kids try this at home. Boy, I see all the less I wish that I ever know. I know. Since you've been you've been gone. Oh no, he's a killer. Shouldn't know.
Oi, oi, oi! Oi, oi, oi! They promised us the moon but gave us only lies. Behind closed doors, corruption thrives. They partied through the night while we mourned in the day. Now it's time to rise up and make them pay. For every broken promise, for every shattered dream, for all the times they've silenced our scream. Let's unite our voices, make tactical our stand. Drive out this government, reclaim our land. No more lies, no more deceit. We gotta stand together until they're obsolete. End this farce, tear down their charade. We'll build back better from the mess they've made. Yet no more lies, yet no more deceit. We gotta stand together until they're obsolete. End this farce, tear down their charade. We'll build back better from the mess they've made. Now, pandemic struck, they fumbled, they failed. Left us to suffer, they should be jailed. Scandals in the headlines while we die alone. Bigotry and hatred they've overthrown. For every broken promise, prayers for every shattered dream. For all the times they've silenced our scream. Let's unite our voices, make tactical our stand. Drive out this government, reclaim our land. No more lies, no more deceit. We gotta stand together until they're obsolete. End this farce, tear down their charade. We'll build back better from the mess they've made. Yeah, no more lies, yeah, no more deceit. We gotta stand together until they're obsolete. End this farce, tear down their charade. We'll build back better from the mess they've made. Well, no more bigotry, no more hate. We'll build a future, it's not too late. With hearts of fire, we won't be swayed. Together we'll march till justice is made. No more lies, no more deceit. We gotta stand together until they're obsolete. End this farce, tear down their charade. We'll build back better from the mess they've made. Yeah, no more lies, no more deceit. We gotta stand together until they're obsolete. End this farce, tear down their charade. We'll build back better from the mess they've made. This farce, tear down their charade. We'll build back better from the mess they've made. We'll build back better from the mess they've made.
Listen to these words I say, I mean them all. No deception and no lies, no hidden agenda. Even though it would make things easier, still it comes as no surprise. To you or me, we're not where we want to be. We've been chasing our tails too long. Sometimes it's good to go it alone. I know it's hurting and it's so painfully clear. We'll chase our tails no more. Hoping life will open up new doors. I know it's hurting and it's so painfully clear. Sometimes I'm angry, other times I want you to hold me. No protection from my mind. What was eternal fades to a drop in the ocean. Say I'll thank you over time. Now you or me, we're not where we need to be. We've been chasing our tails too long. Sometimes it's good to go it alone. I know it's hurting and it's so painfully clear. We'll chase our tails no more. Hoping life will open up new doors. I know it's hurting and it's so painfully clear. now you and me, we're not where we need to be. And time will heal, you'll see. But for now it's hurting and it's so painfully clear. Chasing our tails too long. Sometimes it's good to go it alone. I know it's hurting and it's so painfully clear. We'll chase our tails no more, hoping life will open up new doors. I know it's hurting and it's so painfully clear. We've been chasing our tails too long. Sometimes it's good to go it alone. I know it's hurting and it's so painfully clear. We'll chase our tails no more, hoping life will open up new doors. I know it's hurting and it's so painfully clear.
Dancing in the
to the rare, the out of the blue. Extraordinary lives just for you. Join the chat, get the sneak peeks. It's your favorite show, Just the Freaks. Meet the freaks. Meet the freaks. Where the oddities shine. Uncover the quirks, the strange divine. Meet the freaks. It's their time. Hear their voices break the line. Meet the freaks on Radio Freakjam. Meet the freaks on Radio Freakjam. On Radio Freakjam. Radio Freakjam. What? Radio Freakjam.
Only jam you don't spread.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sincerely hoping you can hear me out there. And Radio Freakjam, it's back and stuff and things, and here we are, and we're going to do Meet the Freaks, as you might have gathered from our little new tune at the start there. I'll explain that another time maybe, because that's an interesting story to tell, how that's come about. But let's just say that Josh and I have had a lot of laughs in the office today, and that is part of the product of what we've come up with. So yeah, it's been fun, and welcome back to YouTube, welcome back to Meet the Freaks, welcome back to Radio Freakjam. See everyone in the chat. It's so lovely to see you all. Some old familiar music. I'm gearing up for the next pandemic. Bird flu is coming apparently, so I thought I'd be ready, or not, or whatever. Or we can just do some of this. Really, I wanted to do some of this is because we get a lot of people involved in the Freakjam doing stuff. Like charity work, writing books, recording songs, doing gigs. And as much as we don't allow people to post that in the Freakjam group, because it would clutter up with all the other bits and pieces, we thought we could make something of it and do Meet the Freaks, and we could talk about people's stuff outside of the music, all about the music if you want to. So we are looking for new songs, we are looking for new videos, we're looking for new guests. We've kind of done this because, again, Josh, he gets mentioned a lot because he's sort of in the background all the time with ideas constantly running around his head. So Josh suggested we do this really mad Meet the Freaks with Azlan, where we were going to live stream all the cycling, and it was going to be during the day, and it was mental, and it was like, you'd love to, but maybe not. So what we've done is we brought this format back so we can do something with Azlan, who I'm going to bring on in just a minute. And I know he's got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to hear some exclusives, I do believe, from his new band, Dirty Monet. And we've got a couple of tracks to play for them. Ooh, who's that dinging me? Someone's dinging me. And we've got to talk about the Heavy Metal Truants, which is obviously this charity cycle race he does to Castle Donington for Download Festival. So yeah, we're going to talk about all of that. So I think what I want to do to start with, because we're doing this a bit different at the moment, I might change it, I'm not that happy with it at the moment, is that I'm talking away here. Azlan can't even see me, which is probably good for him. That's fair. You guys have got to suffer. And he also can't hear the songs that I play or the videos that I play or anything like that, so he gets no sort of feedback from the show. So we're doing things a bit differently, so it's going to be a bit more basic tonight. I would like to thank my sponsor for tonight, Rowena Paul, for providing the bottle of Gentleman Jack there, ladies and gentlemen, for my birthday. Thank you, Ro. It's still got the bow on it. Look, there you go. And I'm drinking that. So cheers, everyone. I know it's a Monday night and we shouldn't be drinking on school nights, but it's also a Radio Freakjam show, so it would be remiss not to have at least one, right? You know. So without further ado, let's oh, excuse me, my voice is going already. Let's have a bit of music from Dirty Monet. And what I do, I'll just play the track and I'll let Azlan tell you all about it when he comes on after this. So this is Wanted, and yeah, let's listen to this. Enjoy.
We were just friends, but I just don't know if I'll ever get you out my head. I wanna love you hard, I wanna love you fast, and let's be honest, I don't really think it's this to last. What do you want me to say? I just need you to stay. All I want now is you. Come and show me what you can do. All you need now is me. Just one night and you'll never leave. Come over. Tell me what you think, but tell me what you need. Is it really love or is it something privately? Are you craving love or are you craving lust? It's like disposable, the other option is a must. What do you want me to say? I just need you today. All I want now is you. Come and show me what you can do. All you need now is me. Just one night and you'll never leave. There's no one here. We're all alone. Just you and me forever. I just can't wait to take you home, to take you home. What do you want me to say? I just need you to do. All I want now is you. Come and show me what you can do. All you need now is me. Just one night and you'll never leave.
Oh, can't play that one. That's the next one. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, stopping all the music now. Let's see if this is going to work. So, as I said, that was Dirty Monet. I can't say that. I want to say Dirty Money. Dirty Monet with Wanted. And here is one of the guitarists, Mr Azlan Cuttilan. Fingers crossed.
Hello!
You're here. It worked.
Hey.
And you're called Josh, which you're actually not. So let me just amend that. Josh was helping me doing some tests last night. So let me just make it right. Let's just fix that, you know, if it wants to let me. There we go. You can be Josh if you really want to.
I'd have to cut my hair, wouldn't I?
There we go. Azlan. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, it's me.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I am good. Yeah, bit of a mess because stepped out of the shower and after having gone for a ride again today, and yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit though. Let's talk about what you've just played, and I love the way you said it. Dirty Monet, or how did you say it?
Monet. Is it the artist? Yeah. I'm taking it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes,
but I want to say Dirty Money, so it kind of gets fumbled and jumbled in my mouth. Yeah.
And Yeah, so Will can't say it at all. He feels like he's doing a bad impression of somebody from Liverpool when he says it.
That's because Will's
Um,
old.
yeah, but I kind of go with Dirty Monet.
Dirty Monet. Sort of a bit more of a
Dirty
Cockney
Monet.
accent on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bit of Dirty Monet.
So where's that
works
come
for me.
from? Obviously Dirty Money and the artist, but how did you manage to wedge that together?
Oh, we went through so many different names. It was literally just sitting in the rehearsal room and running through random stupid ideas. We started off at the beginning. It was Married at the Morgue, which was far too emo. So we didn't want to stick with that.
That's
Although
dark,
kind-
man. That's
Kind of
dark.
like it, but it's far too emo. And then we had Frozen Butler, which, if anybody remembers the game Tomb Raider, there was a butler that would follow you around, and everybody got hacked off with this butler following you around the house. So they'd lead him into the walk-in freezer and lock him in there, and if you went back and checked on him later, he would be frozen. But that required far too much explanation, and so yeah, we kind of moved away from that one. Yeah,
Well,
just
Steve
threw
says
it,
it sounds more like Filthy Rembrandt.
filthy Rembrandt. Nice. Although we've already had the Rembrandts, right?
And we did have some interesting comments about the song. Let's go back and find these for you. So Sarah says, like a Libertines Green Day love child. Love it.
I'll take that.
Darren Wicks, Mum says, it sounds like Busted and McFly.
Yeah, all right.
Wispy says, like this, very catchy. Mind you, so was COVID.
Yes.
And Steve Young says he approves of the middle eight. So, I think that's quite positive feedback. I mean, Busted and McFly made a lot of money. That's all I'm saying.
In fact, Busted are coming to download.
Yeah, I've seen McFly live. They're awesome.
Hang on, which McFly? McGregor's McFly or
No, not McGregor's McFly. The actual famous McFly. The not so famous McFly. Yeah. So yeah, they've made a lot of money. So if you get compared to bands that are selling records like that, that's a good thing, man.
yeah, absolutely, I'll take it.
So who's in the band? Talk to us about that.
Who's in the band? So obviously myself. We've got Will on drums, Jono on bass, who have been down to the jam night, and those of you who have been to see Evading Solaris, they're still in Evading Solaris playing there. On vocals, we've got Luke, who's an old friend of Will's, and the other guitarist was actually the bassist in a pop punk band from back in the day called Fastlane. So that's Ian Maynard, and he's the other guitarist. He's brought a whole load of material with him, which you've just heard one of. So we've got a little set list, all pretty much getting it ready to go and ready to take out and perform. We're re-recording all of the demos and just polishing them up a bit and bring in some of the rest of us who weren't around when Ian wrote these to and put them together. So yeah, we're re-recording them and then we'll put those demos out.
Dell says he can't be an old friend. Will is about 5.
Well, Will's old. Will would have us believe he's older than all of us combined.
Will is convinced that he's like this ancient person walking around us youngsters when it's actually the other way around. He sits behind the drum kit at a jam night and I go, "You all right, mate?" He goes, "No, I'm old." He's like, "Will, you're the youngest in the room. Play the drums."
He complains, "Oh, I've got the knees of a 40-year-old." But, well, that's still younger than me.
Amen to that, brother. I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? I mean, what's the plan with the band?
The plan with the band? like I said, we're re-recording all the demos, and then we will look to get some gigs out there, and maybe do some support slots for other bands. See what we can get. Yeah, I think we've pretty much got enough already for a short set, and it'd be perfect as a kind of opening slot type thing. So,
And is it going to be purely original, or are you going to throw some covers in there, or?
It's all about the originals. We every so often somebody says, "Oh, we could do this with this song and rework it and make something new out of it." And so that I wouldn't say that idea is out the window. It could well happen. But yeah, it's mainly about doing the originals.
I think from a personal experience point of view, we go away, we write these songs, and we record them, and then we go and play them live, and then suddenly we learn that song. And if you sort of had played it live a few times before you maybe went and recorded it, you might have done things a bit differently. Do you know what I mean? It's a really difficult one, because you can go back and fine tune in the studio and all over and over again, but it can still change, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, because like songs evolve. And you often see it with like some of the big bands. You listen to the sort of way they play stuff off the album now; it's totally different because voices have changed and bits and pieces like that. But yeah, so I'm interested to see what you're going to come up with. You've got 3 tracks.
We've got about 6 or 7 in total now.
Oh wow! All recorded.
Yeah. So in terms of re-recording them, we've got drums and bass down on. Or drums on all of them, bass on all bar one, and we've got to do all of the guitars and vocals still.
So who's recording and producing and engineering and such?
Ian's. It's all being recorded over at Ian's place. He's got a little room at sort of garden office type thing that he's set up as a little home studio. So yeah, that's where everything is being done.
And what's he using? Do you know?
I don't know at the moment. No, I haven't got a clue. But I shall be looking forward to heading over there and seeing what's there to play with, and see how we go.
Fantastic. So gigs. I mean, what's happening on that front?
Gigs. Yeah, we got offered a slot at Guildfest, but we needed to get the application in, and at that point we hadn't agreed on a name. So by the time we got the name sorted out, we'd missed the boat on that one.
These things happen. It's the hardest thing, man.
Yeah, naming stuff. I mean, even in my day job, it's the hardest part of what I do is naming things.
Yeah, but I mean, especially now, you come up with what you think is a great idea, and then you search on Spotify, and there's 3 bands already called that name, and a podcast, and a film, and you go, and then you go back to the drawing board, and then you find something else, and you go, oh, there's nothing on Spotify, that's fantastic. Oh, let me go and see if I can buy the URL. Oh, so the charity's got that. And suddenly, there's so many names being bantered around. There's only so many good combinations. And they've mostly been used.
Yeah, the amount of times we did that, or went, let's do this, and no, we can't do that because somebody's going to have copyrighted that name, or it's a challenge.
It certainly is. So I think you've done well. I like it.
Cool. Thank you very much. I can't take the credit for it because I don't even remember whose idea it was, but yeah.
No, fantastic idea.
On behalf of the band. Thank you.
Being an artiste myself, darling, I appreciate the Monet reference, and obviously I'm a bit dirty too, so, we're all a bit dirty, that's how it works. Anyone got any questions in the chat they want to sling at Azlan, please do feel free to sort of, ask away. This is what we're here for, right? Right?
Yeah, right.
Yes. Right. Okay. Yeah. So I do want to actually say, so I've been trying to get the system back up and running and working out what I'm doing and bits and pieces like that. It's all been practiced. So I was going through a load of stuff, and And I came across this. If it'll work.
I'm half expecting it to be a photo of me with my arm in a sling.
It's a photo of you in a hoodie. Oh, you can't. This is where it's a problem for me. You can't see these and react, which is a real shame. But there's a photo of you in a hoodie there, stood in a field.
And then then YouTube will catch up, and then I might see it.
There you go. YouTube has actually caught up there, so or it has my
geez.
end. So there's that one, and then I've got that. That's a wonderful one. So I think Dell sent these over to me on one of your birthdays, and they just still happen to be in the system, which was rather convenient for tonight.
I've still got all those clothes.
You've still got all those clothes. You got all those clothes?
No, I don't think I do.
No. What else did we have? There's just a whole bundle of them, mate. But yeah, I just thought it was rather interesting. There's you and Dell, looking very dapper.
I was at in tux and Dell in a blue ball gown.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it's doing that.
It's like half a lifetime ago.
A lifetime away. But yeah, no, I thought that was quite interesting. Just having a look through, I have a bit of a laugh to myself. I won't totally embarrass you with all the rest. We've done that already, It's but if any of you new bandmates are watching, at least they've got to see them this time round.
Well, Will and Jono for sure are in rehearsal with Evading Solaris this evening, so they'll have to catch up later. As for Luke and Ian, if you're about, then shout in the chat.
Are we talking about that?
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good.
I think you've had a wonderful experience.
Yeah. No, it was good. It just got to the point where it wasn't being quite so much fun for me. It was things were all building up, and just made the call that I needed to change that. So yeah.
Some of the best advice I was ever given when I started out doing music was, if you're not enjoying it, don't do it. Because music is something you should be enjoying. It shouldn't be a labour. It shouldn't be, when it becomes a real job or a real effort, it's time to sort of move on and find it somewhere else. We've yeah, that's always been how I felt about it as well. And I think Wispy will attest to that when we were doing Jeff Leppard back in the day. It was all about having fun, and as soon as it stopped being fun, then there was no point doing it. So yeah, got to be enjoying it, got to be having fun, and so yeah, I made the call that it was time to change things up for myself. Yeah, and now you're doing something original, which it's from a gig point of view, and from an effort point of view, it's actually a lot more than it is a covers band, because in the covers band you learn your part, you go out. Gigs are easy enough to get. You get a little bit of money on the side if you're lucky. Originals, it's a whole different market, and it's a whole different way of working. You're marketing yourself. You're your own manager, your own PR. It's a lot of work. But on the flip side of that, it's really rewarding to be going actually playing your songs to people.
Yeah, and these songs are fun. They are a lot of fun, and like Wispy said, they're catchy. I've caught melody, singing along with them, or just wandering around the house singing them to herself. So that's kind of a testament to how good Ian's writing is. He's written stuff that is that catchy and sticks in an 8-year-old's head.
So Ian writes all the material.
So we're working at the moment with all of the material that he's brought to us. I think Luke has written all the lyrics, or most of the lyrics for them. So these were all pre-existing before we put the band together. But as we move forward, then we'll be doing more stuff that everybody's getting involved in.
Because obviously you have a history of writing songs.
I have. I've written a couple.
You've written a couple, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you can get a bit of input. I think, that's the one thing I really actually do miss I'm very lucky when I'm writing. I've got Tony around and I've got Andy around a lot for it, to sort of bounce off and work with. But there's a difference between, a band of people being in a rehearsal studio and actually doing that live together. Sort of editing yourself and working with the bits and stopping and working out what everyone else is doing and watching it sort of slowly come together, a bit like a jigsaw that you don't know you're making, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's an awesome feeling when you actually get that gelling in the studio. So fun moments ahead, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had that with like one of the other songs I've sent over to you to play. As we were chatting through it, Ian and I were sat in his little studio and running through it. And Ian got to the breakdown in there, and he's like, Ian turned to me and said, "I don't like this. This isn't right. You need to do. It feels a bit too basic. That we can do something better." So we sat there and played around with ideas, and we've changed it up now. So the next iteration of that will have the switched up breakdown in there. But what you've got for now is the original demo.
And this is it. Songs evolve, and it's a wonderful thing about music as well. It's you go out and I love going and watching a band who has actually sort of learnt the song and evolved that song. When they sort of take a song and break it all down and maybe go into something else and move it around a bit and then come back to the song and and it's just again when it's your own material, it's magical moments, man. So world domination, record deal. I mean, what's the plan?
I think Dell's banned me from touring. Ian also he's done the touring, and he's got a family and kids, and he's not able to tour either. So well, just maybe a small tour.
Small tour, local sort of tour around Basingstoke or something.
Oh God, no. Leave that to Wispy. That's getting far too close to Wispy.
Well, that's why I'm suggesting you know what I mean? Go and have a tour for your mate.
Or tour around him, just do a circle around Wispy.
You've got the Moosemen out there as well, so you're building an audience already. I'm just saying, do you know what I mean? So I mean, I think, the internet has changed everything so much that, you can actually sell songs now without having to do the tours, without having to do that. You can be an internet band. They are a thing now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, if you're out there selling a few albums and making a little bit of cash off of it, then all the better, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And with the means of YouTube and bits and pieces like that, you could always do like a local gig and stream, and there's just so many other ways of getting your message out now that, if you use the technology available to you, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of options now, and it's different. Different ways of getting things out and different challenges. But yeah, see what can be done.
So I'm looking forward to it. So I'm presuming we're going to get a release date at some point in time for all the usual streaming services and sort of digital distributions.
Yeah, we will do something. I've kind of set up a Bandcamp page for us to throw stuff onto. It is completely blank at the moment. There is absolutely boggle there. But that's somewhere that we will be able to put stuff up to. And we will see where we go from that, and see if having a bunch of demos we can send out to venues and try and get a few gigs.
Awesome. Well, Wispy says he wouldn't even play in Basingstoke.
Yeah.
So, Well, good luck, man. Seriously, it's nice to see you sort of moving forward. I mean, obviously, you've come on a hell of a lot. You've been involved with the Jam Night, and obviously you've been helping Paul out while Paul can't be around. And thank you very, very much for that, seriously. And I know Paul feels the same way. And a big shout out to Mr Holland if he does bother to tune in at some point in time and say hi. So just give a shout out to him. But man, you've become an integral part of what we do down the Jam Night. So it's lovely to see you sort of moving forward with the covers band and moving on to the original stuff and all the bits and pieces you're getting involved in. It's music's wonderful, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's brought all of us together here.
Yeah. It's
Together, but together.
I think I've said this to a few people recently, but I'm, fear of repeating myself. We went to Cindy's wedding, and there's a lot of people I haven't seen there in years, and we got up and we played, and we had my mate Jim, who appeared on Radio Freakjam with us during the shows, playing the bass, and it's such a lovely time. I met up with so many different people I haven't seen in years, and I came back in a very sort of reflective mode. Do you know what I mean? And it really does stem from music. Everyone I know pretty much been involved with the gigs or the playing or the writing or somewhere down the line in their own band that we've been involved with along the way. And it's a beautiful thing, man. So keep up the good work. But, I mean, what do you want to do? I mean, I could play one of the other tracks if you don't mind not listening to it. Or we can move on and we can talk about, more music-related stuff that's not quite so music-related.
Let's your
choice.
Let's play a track and then we can come back to the other stuff.
Right.
And
what track we playing then, dude?
Let's go with Further I Can Go.
Right, so this
like this one.
Further I Can Go. Right, so this is Dirty Monet. Dirty Monet. With Further I Can Go. Enjoy.
Decades come and go. The pressures of a life we live to lead, we never know. But when it's all said and done, could it be what we need or all the things we wish we'd never done? So I say I'm not sober, but I wish that it was over, 'cause I've been this place before. Quite sure I won't regret it, 'cause this better taste just keeps me wanting more. It was all meant to be. I'm thinking of my outcomes takes the best of me. For it's all that I know, holding back the anger. The further I can go, the further I can go. Decades come and go. The pressures of a life we live to lead, but never know. But when it's all said and done, could it be what we need or all the things we wish we'd never done? So I say I'm not sober, but I wish that it was over, 'cause I've been this place before. And I won't forget it, quite sure I won't regret it, 'cause this better taste just keeps me wanting more. It was all meant to be. I'm thinking of my outcomes takes the best of me. For it's all that I know, holding back the anger. The further I can go, the further I can go. Was all meant to be. I'm thinking of my outcomes takes the best of me. For it's all
Dirty Mono there with Further I Can Go. Sounding good, man. It's got a Sum 41 sort of Blink 182 feel to it as well in places.
You're not the first person to have said that, but yeah, I love that that's the reaction that people are coming back with. And
yeah, because they're two bands you love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, I think more Sum 41 than the Blink 182, but definitely that sort of influence.
It's the thing that I love about it is being able to play with the harmonies and those tight harmonies that are there.
And Mr. Paul Holland has intercepted the chat to say England game boring my fucking tits off.
Oh.
Have I interrupted the football for you tonight, man?
Yeah, you have, but it was
I'm a bastard, aren't I? You can tell I don't like the game.
So, you know. It's all right. It's not Arsenal. It's fine.
Evening, Paul. How you doing, man? So, man, it sounded good. Yeah, Sum 41 from my point of view. Let's move on for a minute because, you know, outside of doing all the music, you do a lot of other things. And one of the big things that you do is cycling, which, you know, personally, I think you're mad for. But, I mean, that's my personal opinion. You do you, I'll do me. But what you are doing is riding ridiculously long distances to download to raise some money for charity.
Absolutely, yeah. So there's a stupid fly trying to attack me. Right. Yes. So I've signed up with a group called the Heavy Metal Truants, which proudly wearing the T-shirt for last year's ride. And I've done it for the last couple of years. Last year I rode to download. The year before I did one of what they call the virtual challenge. And that's basically riding, clocking up miles or running or walking, however you can. There's a bunch of different targets, distances to hit, and raising money for four amazing charities that help children. So yeah, that's what it's about. It really is. It's about raising the money for these four charities, and
you're up there with artists like Bruce Dickinson, Nick Holmes, the Lounge Kittens, Luke Morley from Thunder, Andy Sneed from Judas Priest, Biff Byford from Saxon. You know, you're up the rock stars, man. Yeah.
It's great that all of these people are getting involved and, you know, raising the profile of the Heavy Metal Truants, and it's actually become a bit of a cult thing. So last year at Download, wandering around wearing this T-shirt, I had random people that I've never seen before in my life coming up to me going, "You're one of the people who cycled here," and it was bizarre, but also very, you know, amazing about that. I was, you know, last week I missed out on the jam night because I was up in London with the Truants to have the kickoff meetup for this year's rides. And on the train home, I was sat next to a couple of chaps who were there. They were talking about music, and started talking about Download, and they knew about the Truants as well. I've got no idea who they are from Adam. They might even have been in Adam. I don't know. But yeah, the Truants have
Adam
built
and
up
Steve.
a name.
Adam and
Say
Steve.
again? Adam and Steve?
Yeah.
Well, let's call them that. Why not? Although one of them would need to play bass if he was called Steve.
But this was all started by Rod Smallwood, wasn't it? Of Sanctuary Management, who famously managed Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And
So,
many other big names, but
yeah. So Rod Smallwood used to do a thing called the Truants, which were charity rides, and they were massive rides across South America and all kinds of really insane challenges. And then he and Alex Milas got together. Alex Milas, he's former editor-in-chief at Metal Hammer. Used to be an executive director at Team Rock Radio. The two of them got together and decided, hey, let's just ride to download. So that's what then spawned the Heavy Metal Truants of the ride to download each year. So that's been going now for 12. This is the 12th year now of the Heavy Metal Truants, and so Rod Smallwood's band manager for Iron Maiden, and even last year on the night before we arrived at Download, we were sat around having dinner, and we had a video message from Maiden. Telling us that they were apologising for not being able to join us on the ride and meet up with us, but they were backstage at a gig that they were about to start, and they sent us a little message of encouragement and thanks. So it was amazing.
Nice. Oh, fantastic. So it's lovely that you kind of found two tribes in one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. But bringing together a whole bunch of things that I love, and so music, cycling, bringing those all together, and to be able to do it for great causes as well, and use that love for these things to be able to do social good.
Fantastic. So how many of you were in the Heavy Metal Truants altogether?
I haven't got a clue. Many. There are an awful lot of people who are doing the virtual rides. There are, I think, about 30 to 40 that each year that do the physical ride to download. Obviously, there's a limited numbers to make it manageable for everything that has to happen, the logistics of it all, I guess.
I mean, I'm intrigued. I mean, obviously, we've all heard of biker gangs. I mean, effectively, you're a bicycle gang. Does that mean you have, like, instead of leather jackets, lycra jackets? Is that a thing?
You jest. So we have a ride jersey for each year that's for the ride to download. This year's one is something beautiful. It is incredible. We've actually managed to get sort out with a company that makes cycling jerseys called Stolen Goat, who are actually based up the road, close to Wispy, over in Hook. And
Wispy probably stole it.
Probably. But they've come up with this incredible design for a cycling jersey that looks like a denim cut-off with a whole load of patches on it. It's a thing of beauty. It's amazing.
Fantastic. And there I was joking, I was actually nailed on the head. So Wispy has asked me, could I post the sponsorship link in the chat? And of course I can do that. So I've done that. It's sportsgiving.co.uk sponsor, and then I can't read the rest. So what I've done is I've pinned it at the top of the chat instead. So go and click on that and see if you can help Azlan and the rest of the Heavy Metal Truants out. So, I mean, how mad are you? Sorry, I mean, how far is it?
So the ride to download is about 175 miles-ish. But I'm not just doing that this year, because I did that last year, and I've got to step it up. Because everyone is like, "Hey, thanks for your donations. I'm doing the same thing again." Where's the challenge in that? Step up the challenge. Let's try and do something bigger.
No, man, you don't need to do that. I mean, getting out of bed to challenge me sometimes. So I've got full respect to you cycling to download, even if it was just 10 miles up the road.
Right. So yeah, this time I'm doing the ride to download, and that begins on the 12th of June, but it started on the 1st of June for the virtual ride, and so before the 12th, I am aiming to do 66.6 miles mountain biking. So riding on the road, is obviously 66.6 miles. I've done that kind of a distance in a single hit before, but off-road is a whole nother beast, and doing it on the trails is it's a challenge. So that's what I'm doing. Luckily enough, where I'm at, where I live, I'm surrounded by some amazing trails and forests, and I've got a trail centre that I can get to very, very quickly. So I can go and play and have fun. And even today, before coming online, I have had a shower. But
I can smell you. It's fine.
yeah. I went out this afternoon and put in another 17 kilometers, and there's like these built trails. It's a red route, so there's loads of jumps and features to play with. Little kind of boardwalk things to cycle on and fall off of. And yeah, I think I was looking at the stats from my ride earlier, and today, of that 17 kilometers, 100 meters of that I was airborne for. So
okay. I mean, to start with, let me. I do have a question on this because it's quite important. First off, Delwyn says don't say shit like that. He nearly killed himself getting out of bed once.
That's true.
So that's true. So, understand it's a challenge for me getting out of bed some mornings. You're taking it to the next level, man. And Darren says you'll do anything for a free entry and a sore ass at a festival. Now, I don't know how to take that. I mean, a lot could be read into that, but maybe we shouldn't go there. I know it's not a family show, but I mean, come on.
No, and just to be clear, like I get entry to download, but I fronted up a whole load of money to do the physical ride. So I've paid an amount of money that the Heavy Metal Truants use, and that covers my ticket for download. It covers having support vans with bike mechanics to take us on to follow us up the route to download. It covers our accommodation for 2 nights on the route to download, plus food and drink along the way as well until we get there.
So it's what, 2 nights, 3 days, 2 nights?
2 nights, 3 days, yeah. So the bulk of the ride is over 2 days, and then we have the last 25 miles from Leicester into download, so that we get there at the morning of the opening day of the festival.
You see, man, if that was me, I'd expect when I got to download a hotel to be built for me. That's the only way you'll get me a cycle to download. It's going to take me days, and I mean days. Like we were talking probably a month. And I want a hotel along the way with a spa and a masseuse in every single one of them, please. So, just saying. And a bar. Don't forget the bar.
Oh, there's always a bar. There is always a bar.
So, I mean, is this something that they only do the download ride, or do they do other stuff around the year, or?
The main thing is the download ride. There's other stuff that people do. Like last year, there was also a charity auction, and that was something really special. So every single headline artist that has played at download, that's 20 years of download, they donated something to be auctioned off. And we are talking about Dimebag Darrell's guitar signed by the band.
Look, I don't need to know the details. All I need to know is how much did you spend?
How much? I couldn't afford any of it. I tried and I failed.
What did you bid on?
Actually, I think I bid. I can't even remember now. It was a while back. I've slept since then. But yeah, there was some amazing things there, like a 1974 acoustic guitar that was used for writing all of the Whitesnake songs and stuff like that. So incredible stuff that people have donated. And yeah, it's astounding how much was raised, and what good that money can actually go to, because when you think about it, it's so hard to understand. Like you say, oh yeah, if you just drop what you can afford to give, and you don't really associate that with what impact that has for the charities. So like, there's if you what I like to do is to think about how you can break that up and have people understand what impact a donation can make. And so take, for example, the charities that the Truants are raising money for. So you've got Childline as one of them, right? £4 would pay is how much it costs for a Childline counsellor to receive a call and talk through and support a child on a phone call. So that's £20 means that they can respond to 5 contacts from children. £35 could pay for a child to have an online one-to-one counselling session. So that kind of puts context to what your donation can actually do and what difference that can make. In fact, I've not actually talked about the charities that we're supporting yet. So
that was my next question, actually. What charities are we actually looking at?
So Childline is one of them. Obviously NSPCC Childline, and yeah, they provide that support line for children. Teenage Cancer Trust is another big one that people are aware of.
I think obviously a sort of cause that's near and dear to a lot of people's hearts at the moment as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Teenage Cancer Trust, they say, like, every day 7 children will receive the notification, hear the words, "You have cancer," and by 2030 they expect that number to be closer to 10 per day. So it is a thing that needs support and needs that there are people that can make use of the services that the Teenage Cancer Trust can provide. And so, they have youth support teams that are there to help and be available for young people to talk through whatever's on their mind. They have expert nurses that can give like sensitive individual care throughout the treatment for that person. And then helping them talk through the emotions that they're going through as well, and give the support there. So yeah, the Teenage Cancer Trust is again another incredible charity. As well as that, we also support Save the Children, who another big well-known charity, and work globally. And they do things like providing antibiotics to treat children with pneumonia. They've been working in Gaza as well with all of the displaced families and supporting the children there, providing sachets of food paste for malnourished children as well. So that saves. And then the fourth charity that's supported by the Heavy Metal Truants is one that you might not have heard of. Certainly I hadn't prior to getting involved with the Truants. And they're called Nordoff and Robbins. And
yep, heard of them.
They provide a music therapy for young people. So yeah, it's a really interesting thing that they're doing. They're using music to help children and young people that are in need of support.
Mate, I think, what you're doing is a wonderful thing. And I want to take a moment. I don't want to sit here and blow smoke up your arse, Azlan, but I mean, you are one of the gentlest, kindest human beings that I know. And it's kind of, you doing this that's inspired us to do this tonight, to try and help you out and push it. So please, people, go and hit that sports giving link at the top there on the chat room. Or what we'll do is we'll put it in the show notes as well on the group. And please go and donate if you can. I know times are hard; they are for everyone. But if even a pound, even a couple of quid, it all adds up and it all helps. So Azlan, keep doing what you're doing, man. It has been absolutely fantastic to sort of be working with you every Thursday recently. I think we've started to gel really, really well musically, and we've had a lot of fun down that jam night at nights. How are you feeling about all of that?
I'm loving it. It is so much fun, and like I say, we have started to gel, and there's been a couple of times where we've had just some without even preempting it. We've just had stops, and everybody has just been on it, and those little moments have really highlighted how much how much we've come together in that jam night band. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And it has been a lot of fun. We've had some great weeks, and shout out to the band, Lee and Steve and Mr Bradley, and obviously Steve Brown and all the people that sort of jump in and help out when they can. Josh, who else we got? Just lots of people who jump in and help, and it really has been appreciated over the years. Shout out to Mr Paul Holland if he's still listening. Hopefully he'll come and join us soon. There is rumour that he may return in some time in the future. But we look forward to that day as well. So, man, it's been absolutely lovely catching up with you. And it's now 5 to 9, and we've been sitting here talking shit for an hour, listening to music and having a drink. And do you know what, mate? This is what I really, really enjoyed about the jam night, the lockdown stuff with the Meet the Freaks, getting to sit and talk. Because we see each other every Thursday down the pub. We've got maybe about an hour to half an hour before we start playing music while we're putting cables in shit and lifting speakers and moving things around, sort of to chat. And then it's like noise all night and we're up and down. So we don't get a chance to do this very often. So it's really nice to sort of sit and catch up. To summarise, is there anything you want to tell people? Any web addresses they should visit? Anything else that you need to sort of get off your chest, even if it's just, tell Wispy you love him, or anything really? This is your moment, so I'm going to give you your
Wispy
moment.
knows he's a twat. He doesn't need me to tell him that. Although he's very confused at the moment. In that I took him to the football, and he kind of enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of having broken his head and confused him with the fact that he's now enjoying football. If this talking about the Truants and the right to download has inspired anybody watching to get involved, if you want to get involved with the Heavy Metal Truants. You can go to heavymetaltruants.com. The virtual rides, I believe, from memory, you can just sign up and join up with those and pick a challenge and help fundraise. If you wanted to get involved with the right to download, again, on that site, you'll be able to find out more information about that. And yeah, and keep your eyes out for more from Dirty Monet, which will get those tracks recorded and out in the wild.
And where should they be on a Thursday, Azlan?
And on top of that, I was coming to that.
Just saying.
Coming to that. It's going to sign off with, I shall see you all on Thursday at Mr Bumble's this week for the jam night.
Yeah, we should, man. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we should, man. That's a great idea. I think that's the best idea you've had all night.
Yeah.
Because again, let's remember, you know what I mean, this is where this all extends from, guys, and it's, you know, it's as much as we've done a lot of this online stuff during the lockdowns, you know, the jam night is really the central focus of all of this. So, you know, don't just sit on YouTube and watch us, unless obviously you're in America or something, but generally get your asses down on a Thursday and come and join us. We've had some wonderful new musicians down there recently, and we've seen just a lot of new faces, and we've had some really, really fun nights, and you know, it's lovely how that's evolving as well. And, you know, you're always welcome to come down and play some music with us. And, you know, basically, the more people we've got down there, the better the night it is, right?
Absolutely. And just to let people know, you know, it doesn't matter where you are on your journey as a musician to be able to take part in the jam night. You know, you could be starting out, you could be a touring musician, or anywhere in between. You know, come and join us. And the house band are there's some incredible people around who can definitely support you. Obviously, give us, if you do want us to join you with a song, give us a bit of a heads up so we've got some time to make sure that we know it and we can make it work. But yeah, come and join us.
Yeah, man, best message ever. I mean, it's a wonderful atmosphere. Mr Bumbles and all the staff down there are fantastic, and we love them too. So come and see them and buy a beer and listen to some great music, or come and play some even better music. You know, show us what you're made of. And so all the PA and the back line's all there. So just bring your guitars, bring a microphone, and bring your drumsticks if you're a drummer. Or bring drumsticks if you're not a drummer. We don't care. But just come and join us.
Can you imagine that? They'll be lobbing drumsticks at us.
Do you know, I go through sort of phases when my brain sort of melts and goes, here's an idea, right? And you sit and go, what? And it goes, why don't you go onto eBay and buy a box of cheap tambourines and give them out in the audience? And then later on, my brain goes, that's a really bad idea, Ian. Do you know what I mean? And you know, I think you know, I do want to start mixing it up down the jam a little bit sometimes. I think maybe I'm going to throw in the odd acoustic night.
Yeah.
And we'll take a cajon down there and acoustic guitars and do some, and even get Mr Yates to bring an acoustic bass if he has one. I don't know if he does or not. And do some of that. I think that could be quite interesting. So yeah, I think, you know, it's been a lot of fun down there, and it really has. And as I said, Azlan, you've been a wonderful addition to what we've been doing, and you know, you're really getting to the swing of things. I know this when you start putting your own stuff into Rocking in the Free World that I wasn't paying attention to, and suddenly sort of, you know, you've got you doing riffs to other songs, because that's how it works, right?
Yeah. I've got a few more to sneak in when you're not looking.
Equilibrium has been reached. Mate, it's been absolutely fantastic chatting to you. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Thank you very much for sort of dealing with this weird setup that I'm working with right now. Again, big thanks to Josh for helping me on the setups and trying to get it sorted out, and yourself, Azlan, as well. We had a quick chat over as well. And, you know, I will endeavour to do more of this. I need more guests. So if you want to come and talk to me, just let me know. Just message me, put a post in the Facebook group, carry a pigeon, smoke signals, you know, whatever it takes, get a message to me, and I will have a chat and we'll get you on and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about, really. I'm pretty much open. I mean, you know, people say don't do politics, but fuck it, I'll do politics. You might not like it, but I'll do it. Religion, I can do that too. History, whatever, you know, come and talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
We had Simon Maslin before come and talk about random finds.
Oh, we did. I love talking with that man. He's just such a sort of an intelligent person to talk with, and I love throwing a bit of the alternative histories at him and watching him go, "Oh no, don't go there." And that was great to wind him up a little bit with that. But yeah, lots of fun. And this is it. You know, this is the point of Meet the Freaks, is that we've all got other things going on besides the music. And that's quite often where you find the interesting side of, not, you know, music is interesting, music is great, but it's the thing we have in common. It's the other little things that go on around that make the sort of people that little bit more interesting. So yeah, it's wonderful. So we need to do more of this, and I want to talk to more people, and I invite you to come on my show and have a drink with me and have a chat, and we can do charity, we can do whatever you want to do. I'm happy to sit and talk, play music and all that sort of funky stuff. So we're going to play out with one of your tracks, Azlan. I think it's going to be Someone You'll Never Know. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah.
So right, we'll call it quits. Say goodbye, Azlan.
Bye, Aslan.
Bye, Ian. Bye, you lot. Thank you very much to everyone in the chat for joining us. I'm not going to try and shout out everyone because there's so many of you in there, and I will miss someone, and I don't want to upset you because, you know, that's how it goes. So we will be back down the jam night on Thursday down at Mr Bumble in Blackwater, Camberley. Come and join us from 9 o'clock and play some live music. We're leaving you with Dirty Monet and Someone You'll Never Know, and I will hopefully be back next week. Let me know. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.